Welcome to the English with Kirsty podcast from www.englishwithkirsty.com. Here I'll be sharing with you tips, information and other learning resources so that you can improve your business English. Hi everyone, and welcome to episode 100 of the English with Kirsty podcast. I started this podcast about 2 years ago, and I am really happy that we've got to 100 episodes. At first, I wasn't sure if anybody would listen to my podcast or if it would be the kind of thing that people want to listen to, but I was pleased to find out that they do, and I'd like to thank all my listeners and hope that you continue to enjoy the English with Kirsty podcast. And I wanted to do something a bit different, a bit special for episode 100, and so I started to look at what other people were doing, and some people were interviewed, some people did an episode about what they've learned in the first 100 episodes, but I was thinking, you're not really here to learn about podcasting, you're here to learn English. So in the end, I decided to make a resource that would help people who want to improve their business English. So that's what I've done. So this isn't going to be a long episode because the main purpose of this episode is to tell you about the resource that I've put together. It's 100 resources to improve your business English. So the first half, the first 50 resources are links to free content, which is mainly on my website. There's a couple of other websites linked in there. And it's split up into different topics that are relevant for business English. So you've got 10 on each topic. And that could be anything from blog posts to free audio training to other podcast episodes. I've linked a couple of the old episodes in here. And then the other 50, the second 50, are 5 Facebook pages, 5 Twitter accounts, 5 podcasts, 5 blogs, and 5 YouTube channels to help you to improve your business English. Because different people like different social media channels, and obviously there are more social media channels, but I wanted 100 resources. So I chose these 5 because they're the 5 that I'm most familiar with and I most like, so I felt best able to talk about other people who are working in this space. So as well as I have included links to my Facebook page and things like that, but the other 9 in the Facebook section are other people who are creating content for people who want to improve their English. So these are not all specifically business English sites, but I've tried to keep it more for kind of intermediate people who are using English for reasons other than just going on holiday or something like that. So I've tried to find things that will be useful for people who need English at work, although they're not all specifically called business English resources. So the reason for doing that is because I think it's really helpful if you have English throughout your day. If you're on YouTube, you see YouTube videos about English. If you're listening to podcasts, you're automatically downloading podcasts about English. And for things like Facebook and Twitter, that things will pop up in your feed that will be relevant to learning English rather than you having to go and find resources in English when you have a few spare minutes. So, of course, there are other people who are doing great work and creating great resources, but I had to choose 50. So I did. And sorry if your resource is not included, but you know that this list could go on, but it's a place to start for people who are looking for something a bit different, a bit interesting, you know, something that they haven't done before or found before in terms of the particular site that they want to use. So if you want to get this resource, you need to go to the show notes page for this episode, which is englishwithkirsty.com/podcast/episode 100. 100, so the number 100. You have to spell my name right or you won't find my website. So my name is Kirsty. So englishwithkirsty.com/podcast/episode 100. And on there is a form where you can request the PDF. And then the PDF has all the links included and they're arranged by the list categories that I explained. So if you want your copy of that, then go to the show notes page and request it. If you have anything to say about what you want to see in the next 100 episodes of English with Kirsty, then leave me a comment. You can also do that on the show notes page. And I know this episode is a bit shorter, but there are some audio trainings linked from the PDF, and you'll also find them on episode 100. So if you want to know about dealing with unhappy customers or dealing with unexpected problems during your presentations, you will also find those sound files embedded in the show notes page for episode 100. So although this is a bit shorter, you can also get access to those audio training sessions. Okay, so I hope that is useful. I hope you enjoy the resource that I put together, and have a great week and have fun learning English. I hope you enjoyed this episode of the English with Kirsty podcast. If you have any questions or comments, my email address is kirsty@englishwithkirsty.com, or you can go to www.englishwithkirsty.com/podcast, where you'll find information about the individual episodes.